What if I told you this single donation from one person could save 3 lives?
I think they told me Monday when I went in that my small donation saved 3 people.
The United States uses around 32,000 pints of blood daily, but where does all that blood come from? That's where the American Red Cross comes in. The American Red Cross is an organization created to provide compassionate care for those in need, such as in this case, blood donations. They work to organize and provide the equipment and care for blood donations.
Red Cross is a service organization that functions around the world, and that's why you'll see some things that say the American Red Cross, because there are different versions of it. And it's a group that goes in when there's an emergency situation. If there is a hurricane or a catastrophe, they come in and provide water and shelter and food for people. Obviously, they also provide blood in certain situations. So that's part of their public service, to gather blood donations.
My father-in-law had prostate cancer. And I am going to get emotional, I'm sorry. My father-in-law, about 2 years ago, had prostate cancer. And it was missed. So by the time he had gotten so bad, and his doctor wasn't really listening, so my mother-in-law took him to see somebody else for a second opinion. It turned out it had spread a lot. They ended up having 2 separate surgical teams have to do about a 9-hour-long surgery down at IUPUI. In his recovery, he was in the ICU. His platelet levels had dropped, and he had to have blood transfusions. If it had not been for generous people that donate blood, we would have lost him.
About 3 years ago, 5 years ago, I forget, it's been a while, I found out I had a bleeding ulcer, and they hospitalized me. I was in the hospital for 12 days because the bleeding ulcer would not stop bleeding, and it was to the point where it could cost me my life. So in the course of those first 8 days, I had 4 or 5 transfusions. Without those, I may not be here, I guess. But I also found out at the same time that I'm a type 2 diabetic. That's why the ulcer was not healing. I think learning that somebody out there donated blood allowed me to have a transfusion. But I think that's, it's an awesome thing that people are willing to give blood to help others that they may never know.
My son, he was about a month old. He and his twin were premature. And about a month of being in the hospital, all of his iron and platelets were low. So the doctor came and said, we need to give him a transfusion. So I was unable to donate blood. So my husband went and donated blood. And so it was a direct donation to the baby. And so that really helped him out.
What can you do to help the Red Cross? By making a financial donation of your choice to www.redcross.org/donate to any division of the Red Cross, you are helping your local Red Cross reach out and save even more lives. You could be the one. You could save the 3.